Ladies and gentlemen, imagine a world where every individual recognizes their worth, where each person stands tall, embracing their uniqueness. You are not here by accident. Your presence has purpose. You are the one who can make a difference, not just in your life, but in the lives of others. You don't have to be like everyone else to be enough. You don't have to fit into their mold to be worthy. You were never meant to blend in. You were meant to stand out, because there is something in you that no one else in this world has. And that something, that's your gift, that's your calling, that's your identity. You see, for so long we've been taught that we need to be someone. We're not just to be accepted. In school, in friendships, in relationships, even in our own families, we were told to be quieter, to be more agreeable, to not be too much. But what if what made us too much was exactly what makes us powerful? What if the things they told us to hide are the things we were born to highlight? You were not created to be a copy. You were created to be original. You are not here to mimic someone else's path. Your journey is your own. And just because your process doesn't look like theirs, doesn't mean you're lost. It means you're learning in your own rhythm. It means you're walking a road that was meant for your feet and no one else's. Sometimes we spend years pretending. We smile when we want to cry. We say yes when everything in us is screaming no. We follow trends, we conform, we try to fit in, because we think that's how we'll be loved. But real love doesn't require a mask. It doesn't ask for you to shrink. It doesn't silence your voice. The people who are meant to love you will love the real you, fully, freely, fiercely. But here's the thing. They can't love the real you if even you haven't accepted the real you. And so maybe, just maybe, it starts with you. It starts with looking in the mirror and choosing to love what you see. Not because it's perfect, not because it has all the answers, but because it's yours. Because behind that face is a soul who has been through so much, who has survived, who has overcome, and who still wakes up every day with a little more courage than yesterday. That version of you, the one with flaws and fears and fire in her heart. That's the version you should never apologize for, because the truth is, the world doesn't need another copy. It needs you. It needs your voice, your story, your truth. It needs your weird ideas, your loud laugh, your quiet strength. It needs you to show up, not as someone who's figured it all out, but as someone brave enough to be real, and being real, it's not always easy. It means standing alone sometimes. It means being misunderstood. It means choosing yourself even when others don't. But that kind of honesty, it's powerful, it's healing, it's contagious, and it invites other people to be real too. You may think you're ordinary, but your story isn't. Your experiences, your dreams, your scars, they're not random. They're pieces of a bigger picture. Every time you chose to keep going when it was easier to give up, every time you forgave when you could have held a grudge, every time you were kind when no one was watching, those are the things that make you extraordinary. You are not behind, you are not less than, you are not too late. You are becoming exactly who you were always meant to be, and there is no timeline for becoming. So take your time, unfold slowly, grow in the dark. Heal in silence, dream without limits, and when the world tells you to change, to conform, to fit in, choose to stay true, because you are enough, exactly as you are. You are not the mistakes you made. You are not the labels they gave you. You are not defined by who walked away, or who stayed, or who never saw your worth. Your value was never up for debate. It was decided the moment you were created. There is power in your identity. There is strength in your softness. There is beauty in your truth. So don't wait for someone else to validate your voice. Use it. Don't wait for the world to give you permission to shine. Just shine, and when you start to feel like you don't belong, remind yourself, you were never made to fit in. You were made to stand out. You were made to lead. You were made to rise, so stand up, speak out. Walk tall, be you, because you are the one. There are days when you wake up and wonder if you're really meant for something greater. You look at yourself and question whether you're good enough, strong enough, smart enough, brave enough. And as much as you try to quiet that voice inside your head, it keeps whispering, what if you're not ready? What if you fail? What if you're just not enough? Let me tell you this, that voice, it's not the truth. It's fear, and fear has a habit of sounding so convincing that we start to believe it. We start to play it safe. We begin to shrink, we stop showing up, we stop dreaming, we stop trying. Not because we're not capable, but because we've convinced ourselves that we're not. Everyone experiences doubt, even the people who look like they have it all figured out. Even the ones who speak with confidence, walk with purpose, and seem to always know what to do. They've had their moments too, moments when they wanted to quit, moments when they cried behind closed doors, moments when they questioned everything. But what separates those who rise from those who remain stuck is not the absence of doubt, but the choice to push through it anyway. You see, self-doubt doesn't mean you're weak. It means you're human. It means you care deeply about what you're doing. It means you're stepping into something bigger than what you've known. And that's where growth begins, right at the edge of fear. When you doubt yourself, remember this: you've come this far. You've survived things you thought would break you. You've been through silent battles that no one even knows about. You've picked yourself up again and again, sometimes with no one cheering for you, and yet here you are. That alone is proof of your strength. Stop measuring yourself against other people's timelines. Stop comparing your behind the scenes with their highlight reels. Their journey isn't your journey. Your race isn't their race. And just because it's taking time doesn't mean it's not happening. Sometimes the best things in life take longer to unfold because they're being built to last. You might not have all the answers yet. You might still be figuring it out. That's okay. You're not supposed to have it all figured out. You're supposed to keep moving, keep trying, keep learning. Progress is not about being perfect. It's about being persistent. Every great story begins with uncertainty. Every hero started with a question: can I really do this? And yet, they showed up anyway. They stood on shaky legs. They walked through fear. They made mistakes, they stumbled, but they kept going, and so can you. The next time self-doubt comes knocking, don't give it the power to stop you. Acknowledge it, but don't surrender to it. Look it in the eye and say, I hear you, but I'm doing this anyway. Because courage isn't the absence of fear, it's moving forward in spite of it. And even if your voice shakes, speak. Even if your hands tremble, show up. Even if your heart races, try. Because every time you choose faith over fear, you're building the kind of strength that no one can take away from you. You don't need everyone to believe in you. You just need to believe in yourself enough to take the next step. Yes, you'll face rejection. Yes, people might not understand you. Yes, it might not work out the way you planned. But none of that means you're not worthy. None of that means you're not enough. What it means is that you're becoming someone who knows how to rise after failure, someone who can face fear and keep going, someone who can stand tall, even with scars, and someone like that is unstoppable. You are not your doubts, you are not your fears, you are not your past, you are not your mistakes, you are capable, you are chosen, you are here for a reason. So the next time you look in the mirror and wonder if you have what it takes, remember everything you've already overcome. Remember how far you've come, and remind yourself, I may not be where I want to be yet, but I'm on my way, and that's more than enough. There comes a point in life when you can no longer wait for someone to rescue you, to validate you, or to tell you what to do. You reach a moment when you realize no one else is coming, no one else can walk this path for you, no one else can live this life for you. And that's when everything changes, because that's when you begin to take ownership. It's easy to point fingers, to say, this happened to me because of them, or if they had just loved me better, I wouldn't be this broken. It's easy to blame the past, to stay stuck in the same cycle, to live in the story of what could have been. But nothing grows there. Nothing heals in blame. You will never step into your full power until you stop waiting and start choosing. Choosing to take control, choosing to be responsible, choosing to say, this is my life, and it's up to me now. You don't get to decide where you come from. You don't get to choose who hurt you, or who left, or who didn't believe in you, but you get to decide what comes next. You get to decide what you'll do with the pain, how you'll rise from it, and what kind of story you'll write from here on out. Taking ownership doesn't mean pretending everything is fine. It doesn't mean ignoring your pain or denying what happened to you. It means being honest about your wounds and choosing not to let them define you. It means standing in front of your own reflection and saying, "Yes, this is me. These are my choices. These are my consequences. These are my dreams, and I'm not going to wait for life to happen anymore. I'm going to make it happen." Some people wait their whole lives for the perfect moment, the perfect partner, the perfect timing, but perfection is a myth, and waiting for it will only steal your years. If you want change, it starts with you. If you want peace, it starts within. If you want success, it begins with discipline, sacrifice, and the daily decision to show up for yourself, even when no one else does. No one is going to build the life you want for you, not your parents. Not your partner, not your boss, not your friends. This is your story. This is your responsibility. This is your one shot. And yes, it's hard. Yes, it's overwhelming. Sometimes it's easier to just go with the flow, to follow what everyone else is doing, to let life push you in whatever direction it wants. But deep down, you know, that's not who you are. You weren't made to drift. You were made to lead. You were made to be intentional with your time, with your words, with your choices, and when you start doing that, when you begin to live on purpose instead of by default, your life will change. It's not about controlling everything. It's about owning what you can, your attitude, your habits, your reactions, your growth. You may not be able to choose every circumstance, but you can always choose how you respond. And the more you own that power, the stronger you become. Because once you stop waiting for someone to choose you and start choosing yourself, once you stop blaming others for your pain and start learning from it, once you stop asking, "Why me?" and start asking, "What now?" that's when your life becomes yours again. You were not put here just to survive. You were put here to create, to inspire, to lead, to thrive. But that won't happen if you keep handing your power away. That won't happen if you keep living in excuses. That won't happen if you keep believing the lie that someone else holds the key to your future. The key has always been in your hands, so open the door, take the risk, make the call, end what no longer serves you. Start what sets your soul on fire. Stop waiting, stop wishing, start doing, because this is your life. And it's time you started living like it. Remember, owning your life doesn't mean you have to do it all alone. It means taking responsibility for your choices while also asking for help when you need it. It means setting boundaries, saying no, and protecting your peace. It means surrounding yourself with people who encourage your growth, not those who keep you stuck. It means forgiving yourself for the mistakes, the detours, the moments when you didn't know better. Because ownership isn't about perfection, it's about commitment to yourself, your dreams, your values. It's about waking up every day and deciding that you will be the leader of your life, the CEO of your happiness, the architect of your destiny. And when you live that way, you will start to notice something beautiful. Doors begin to open, opportunities show up, confidence grows, you become magnetic, not because you're flawless, but because you're real. Because you own your story and you own your power. So what's stopping you? What stories are you still telling yourself that keep you stuck? What fears are holding your hand back? What excuses have you let take up space in your mind? It's time to let them go. Take a deep breath, stand tall, and say, "This is my life, I own it, and I will live it on my terms." Because the world needs you, not a version of you that's small, quiet, and afraid, but the full, bold, unstoppable you. And the only way to get there is to take ownership, fully, completely, fearlessly. You've got this. You are ready. Now go live it. You might think your story is ordinary, that what you've been through isn't worth sharing, that your struggles, your failures, your mistakes are too small, too common, too personal to inspire anyone else. But let me tell you something that couldn't be further from the truth. Your journey, every twist, every turn, every step, holds power. It holds hope. It holds the ability to light the way for someone else who's walking through their own darkness. We all crave connection. We all want to feel understood. And sometimes the best way to inspire others isn't by preaching or teaching, but by simply being real. By showing up as who you are with all your scars and all your victories, you remind people that they're not alone. that someone else has felt the weight of fear, the sting of failure, the ache of heartbreak, and that it's possible to come out the other side. Your journey is a mirror. When you share it honestly, you give others permission to see themselves, to face their own struggles with courage. You tell them it's okay to be imperfect, that it's okay to fall as long as they get back up. That healing isn't a straight line, but a winding road that's worth traveling. You don't have to have it all figured out. You don't have to be a success story by someone else's standards. You just have to be willing to be vulnerable. To say, this is where I was, this is how I struggled, this is how I found my way. And in doing so, you become more than just someone who survived. You become someone who inspires, someone who gives hope, someone who changes lives. Sometimes people need to hear your story to find their own strength. They need to know that they're not the only ones who have felt lost or broken or afraid, that someone else has been in those shoes and made it through. That someone else believes they can too. Your journey is your gift. It's a light in someone else's darkness, and the more openly you share it, the brighter that light becomes. Inspiring others through your journey doesn't mean you have to fix everything or have all the answers. It means being authentic. It means being honest about your struggles and your triumphs. It means showing up day after day with courage and grace. It means being willing to say, I'm not perfect, I'm still learning, but I'm here and I'm trying. And when you do that, you create a ripple effect. One story inspires another. One person's courage encourages someone else to take a step forward. One act of vulnerability invites another act of healing. You don't have to be famous. You don't have to have a big platform. You just have to be willing to share your truth in whatever way you can. Whether it's a conversation with a friend, a post on social media, a moment of kindness, or simply living your life with integrity and purpose. Because the greatest inspiration comes from the simplest acts of courage, so don't underestimate the power of your journey. Don't hide your story out of fear or shame. Your experiences are not just yours, they're part of a bigger story that connects us all. When you embrace your journey and share it with heart, you become a beacon for others. You show them that even in the hardest moments, there is hope. That even when the road is tough, there is a way forward. You remind them that they are not alone, that someone else has been there, and that they can rise too, and that, my friend, is a gift worth sharing. So keep going, keep sharing, keep inspiring, because your journey matters. Because your story is powerful, because you are making a difference just by being you. There's something incredibly powerful about waking up every single day with a fire in your heart, a fire that reminds you why you're here, what you're meant to do, and who you're meant to become. Living with purpose and passion isn't just a nice idea or a motivational quote you pin on your wall. It's a way of life. It's a calling that pushes you beyond the ordinary and invites you to step fully into the extraordinary. Too often, we get caught up in the routines and distractions of life, the daily grind, the endless to-do lists, the expectations from others, and we forget to ask ourselves a simple but important question. Am I living for something that truly sets my soul on fire? If the answer isn't a resounding yes, then it's time to pause and reflect. Purpose is what gives meaning to your journey. Passion is the energy that fuels it. Together, they create a force so strong that it carries you through the toughest challenges and the darkest days. Purpose without passion feels like a job. Passion without purpose feels like chaos. But when the two come together, magic happens. Living with purpose means knowing what matters most to you. It means understanding your values, your dreams, and your unique gifts. It means not settling for a life that's just okay, but daring to dream bigger, to reach higher, to live bolder. Purpose is the compass that guides your decisions, the light that illuminates your path when the road gets uncertain. And passion is what keeps you going when the excitement fades. When things get hard, when obstacles show up, when doubts creep in, passion is the fuel that keeps your heart beating, that keeps your feet moving forward. But here's the truth, purpose and passion don't always come wrapped in a neat little package. Sometimes finding them means trying new things, making mistakes, and learning as you go. Sometimes purpose starts as a whisper, a feeling, a nudge that grows louder the more you listen. You don't have to have it all figured out right now. Life isn't about having all the answers. It's about being willing to ask the questions. It's about being curious, being brave, and being open to the possibilities that unfold when you live authentically. Living with purpose and passion means showing up fully, even when no one is watching. It means choosing what aligns with your heart, even if it's not the easiest path. It means saying no to what drains you and yes to what lights you up. It means embracing your story, your struggles, your victories, your quirks, and using them as fuel to inspire not just yourself, but those around you. When you live with purpose and passion, you don't just exist, you thrive. You create ripples that reach far beyond your own life. You inspire others to find their own fire. You become a beacon of hope and courage in a world that desperately needs both. Purpose is personal, and it doesn't have to look like anyone else's. Your purpose could be as grand as changing the world, or as simple as being the best version of yourself each day. It could be serving your family with love, creating art that touches hearts, helping others rise from their struggles, or building something that lasts. There's no right way to live with purpose, only your way. Passion is the heartbeat of purpose. It's that spark that makes the hard work feel worthwhile. Passion is what gets you out of bed when the world feels heavy. It's the voice inside that whispers, "Keep going." It's the joy you feel when you do what you love, and the strength you gather when you believe in it. But don't confuse passion with fleeting excitement or momentary enthusiasm. True passion digs deep. It stays with you through the storms. It's patient and persistent. It's the quiet commitment to keep moving forward even when it's tough. Living with purpose and passion also means embracing discomfort. It means stepping outside your comfort zone and saying yes to growth. It means risking failure, because failure is not the enemy, it's the teacher. Every setback, every no, every mistake is part of the journey. It's proof that you're trying, that you're human, and that you're on the right path. It's about trusting yourself enough to keep going, even when the future is unclear. It's about believing that what you bring to the world matters, even if it's in small, unseen ways. Because purpose and passion don't have to be loud to be powerful. Sometimes the most profound impact comes from quiet consistency, small acts of kindness, and unwavering dedication. When you live with purpose and passion, you start to notice something beautiful. Your energy changes. Your mindset shifts. You become more resilient. You find peace in the chaos. You become someone others look to for inspiration. Not because you have it all figured out, but because you show up with courage, authenticity, and heart. This kind of life isn't perfect. It's messy. It's challenging, but it's real, and it's worth every moment. So if you're still searching, don't be afraid to explore. Don't be afraid to fail. Don't be afraid to dream bigger than you ever have before. Because your purpose is waiting for you, your passion is waiting to ignite, and once you find them, once you claim them, there is nothing that can stop you. You'll wake up every day with a reason to smile, to fight, to love, to create. You'll move through life with a sense of joy and fulfillment that no one can take away. Living with purpose and passion isn't just about what you do, it's about who you become, so take that first step. Listen to your heart, follow your dreams, live boldly, love deeply, and watch as your life transforms into something truly extraordinary. Because when you live with purpose and passion, you don't just change your world, you change the world around you. And that, my friend, is the greatest gift you can give yourself and everyone you meet. You are ready, the time is now, go live it. So stand tall, embrace who you are, take charge of your life, inspire others. Live passionately, remember you are the one. Thank you.